Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna do a complimentary quad reaction, man. This complimentary quad, it's featuring the music of Jethro Tull, and we have these songs in our lineup, starting with Stormy Monday Blues, followed by Lick Your Fingers Clean, followed by Tomorrow Was Today, and finally Lyricon Blues. So, man, before I pop this quad off, I just want to first give a shout out and a thanks very much to Don D. Don, thank you, man. I appreciate you sending me this quad for Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull, man. Jethro Tull is in the lineup of the 5 best received reactions on my channel, my classic rock channel. They're in the top 5. You've got Zeppelin, Floyd, the Unholy Trinities, and Jethro Tull. So those are the artists that consistently get the most approvals, likes, and views. So I will never shy away from doing more Jethro Tull, being the fact too that they're one of the bands that I know very, very little about, so I gotta catch up and get to know them, as well as I'm assuming that I know the likes of Floyd and Zeppelin, for example. Anyways, man, very stoked that I've got this quad in the chute. So let us, actually, see, I just want to jump right in. Don has a note for me, man. Let me read Don's note real quick. Don says, "Hey STB, I'm dropping this quad for your consideration. It's on Jethro Tull. To me, Tull is the ultimate deep cuts band. These following tunes are so deep that they aren't on any album. In hopes that you'll be exploring the band's albums like you did with Stand Up, I thought this would be a fun way of expanding on their catalog. I put these in chronological order. There are so many possibilities with this topic that I had a really hard time trying to decide on what tunes to pick. I could easily come up with a dozen similar quads. I'm about 99.9% sure you'll love these, so happy listening." Don, thank you very much. You know my ass that well, do you? 99.9%. Damn, man. All right, brother. So, let's hit up Jethro Tull, man. Starting off with Stormy Monday Blues. Oh, actually. Yeah, man, I'm just too anxious to get started here. Another thing. What I'm going to do with this quad is, Don has written me a decent body of personal notes attached to each song. So what I'm going to do is, because these songs aren't on any kind of official albums or whatnot, I'm going to look at Don's note, read his notes before the song. You know what I'm saying? So let's actually read Stormy Monday Blues first. Don says, "This is from a 1968 BBC session with original guitarist Mick Abrams. It shows their blues beginnings and how Ian, with only a few months of flute playing behind him, was still able to make good music with the instrument." Fantastic. Yeah, I heard about his flute playing. He just jumped right in, and it was, I don't know if it was natural, but he definitely caught on to it quickly. All right, man. Jethro Tull, Stormy Monday Blues. Let's get it.
It's really nice to be able to tell you that a lot of fans here in Britain really going for this kind of music. Now this is Jethro Tull one more time. Ian Anderson there on flutes. You know this group could be the biggest attraction since the Stones. Now this is a T-Bone Walker blues.
I said they called it Stormy Monday. And I said that you did just about have this word. I said they called it Stormy Monday. You did just about.
That flute is sexy as hell. reserved sexy for the sax, but damn. I thought this was the Earl Hines Stormy Monday, but it's the T-Bone Walker. Sounds like singing in this blues fashion.
Won't you bring her home to me? How did they call it? Starry Monday.
Sounds like Brownie.
Yeah, all together too much. Jethro Tull. Remember that name, friends?
Right on, damn. That was awesome. Stormy Monday Blues. Done by Jethro Tull. Damn, man. That was excellent, man. That was excellent. And yeah, man, this radio announcer saying, keep an ear out for these guys. Absolutely. That would be a way of putting so many people on notice. You know what I'm saying? I imagine that this would be probably coupled with some maybe mainstream rock and roll, maybe also, I don't know if they started off being hard rock or even moving closer to metal at their starting out point. I'm doubting it though. I'm feeling that they were more blues based, maybe a little bit more folk rock based, and then they got heavier as they go along. This is my dumbass assumption, but just kind of based on what little I know about Jethro Tull, it seems to make sense that that's how they started out. But in saying so, let's do this, man. Recently, I've been getting some new subscribers, and they've been saying stuff to me like, hey man, really appreciate the fact that you read the bio intro of the band or the performer or whatnot. You know, we pick up little things, and it kind of opens us up to who the person is and that sort of thing. And you know, even though we might hear the name and all that stuff, we might not know the intricates, and it's not like we're going to go to Wikipedia and read this shit ourselves. So appreciate you covering those little ground. So that inspired me to actually kind of format myself a little bit better going forward, especially on the new platform where there's a lot of artists that I haven't heard of before or might not have known. Introducing the performer, the band, first is always a good idea, and then it kind of opens up the way for going down the road. I won't do this with the likes of Zeppelin or the Beatles, or somebody that I do a lot of frequent reactions to, like Black Sabbath or whatnot. But bands like Jethro Tull that I don't do frequently, I'll introduce them. So let's do that with Jethro Tull, man. We've all heard of Jethro Tull, but very few of us probably know details about them. And this is just basically their 4-paragraph intro, so it isn't going to break down anything in detail, but there's always something interesting to learn, little tidbits about the band that'll make you appreciate them more. So, Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull are a British rock band formed in Blackpool, Lancashire in '67, initially playing blues rock and jazz fusion. Yeah, see? The band later developed their sound to incorporate elements of hard rock and folk rock, right? To forge a progressive rock signature. Right, okay. Yeah, just as I expected, moving with the times, expanding their repertoire as they moved on. The band is led by vocalist, flutist, guitarist Ian Anderson, and has featured a revolving door of lineups through the years, including significant members such as guitarist Mick Abrams and Martin Berry, keyboardist John Evan and Dee Palmer, drummers Clive Bunker, Barrymore Barlow, and is that Dwayne? No, it's Doan Perry, and bassist Glenn Cornick, Jeffrey Hammond, John Glasscock, and Dave Pegg. The group first achieved commercial success in '69 with the folk-tinged electric blues album Stand Up, which reached #1 in the UK, and they toured regularly in the UK and the US. Their musical style shifted in direction of progressive rock with the albums Aqualung in '71, Thick as a Brick in '72, and A Passion Play in '73, and shifted again to hard rock mixed with folk rock with Songs from the Wood in '77 and Heavy Horses in '78. I just realized that I haven't ever done any album reactions to these, with the exception of the first one. After an excursion into electronic rock, in the early mid-80s, the band won its sole Grammy Award with the 1987 album Crest of a Knave. Jethro Tull had sold an estimated 60 million albums worldwide, and with 11 gold and 5 platinum albums among them. They've been described by Rolling Stone as one of the most commercially successful and eccentric progressive rock bands. Yeah, let me stop real quick and go back to this 1987 Grammy Award win. From what I'm understanding by comments, that they weren't supposed to win this award, and there were a lot of pissed off people because it was in the category of best metal song or best metal album, and other more notable, and some people say more deserving metal bands should have won. So therefore Jethro Tull, they were not treated well because they won. Something along those lines. There was a scandal about it. Clarify that for me, will you? I don't know if I'm going to read that in the body of what I'm reading here. I doubt it. But I first kind of became aware of it by reading some of the comments. Lost my damn way, man. Okay, yeah. They've been described by Rolling Stone as one of the most commercially successful and eccentric progressive rock bands. The last works as a group to contain new material were released in 2002, though the band continued to tour until 2011. Anderson said Jethro Tull were finished in 2014. However, in September 2017, he announced plans for a tour to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the band's first album this was. The compilation 50 for 50 was released in 2018. The Reform group, now billed as Ian Anderson and the Jethro Tull Band, still performs live and has announced tour dates into 2021. Wow. What does he sound like now? Obviously his voice would have changed. He would be in his... How old is Ian Anderson? Probably later 70s, I'm guessing. Yeah, I wonder how he sounds. I'm sure he's still got the energy to perform on stage. Probably not as animated, but yeah, absolutely I can see him still having that vibrancy. The current band lineup includes musicians who have been members of Anderson's solo band since 2012. Okay, and so that's the bio intro for Jethro Tull. Very interesting. I imagine that those 2021 dates have probably been canceled due to the coronavirus, sadly, and that'll probably be the last. That would have probably been the last opportunity to probably see Jethro Tull, I'm guessing, sadly. All right, man. Yeah, so that was the intro. I read you kind of like the intro information that Dawn gave us for Stormy Monday Blues. So we're gonna hit up Lick Your Fingers Clean, and let's read Dawn's note about that. Lick Your Fingers Clean. Dawn says, a song from the Aqualung sessions that was left off the album. It was recorded later as Two Fingers on the 1974 War Child album with a widely different arrangement and sound. I love both, but this version has that gritty Aqualung vibe that people seem to enjoy. All right. Jethro Tull, Lick Your Fingers Clean. Let's get it.
I'll see you at the weighing in when your life's untold made. And you set your wealth in godly deeds against the sins you've laid. So you place your final burden on your heart, rest next to him. Send the dream apart back down the line to be built up again. Take your mind off your election and try to get it straight. And don't pretend perfection, you'll be cruising by too late. Well, thank you all the best.
Silence. Last moments. Their soul being judged. Judgment of their soul. right. That was a short one. 2 minutes and 51 seconds. It's got that great signature sound in there. His voice, man, is just, it's very distinguishable. You know who it is. He has a singing style that's very distinguishable, and I like the clarity, and I like how he expresses it. He really sometimes delivers it when he wants you to really get what he's trying to tell you. So it comes across very, very clear. I like that about Ian Anderson. Of all of the rock singers, I would put him up there as being one that has the most clarity, the best expression and the most clarity, and I like that about him. I've come to really like that. Even in his live, the first reaction I did to Jethro Tull, I believe it included live performance of Aqualung and oh my gosh, what was the other song right after it? Something Mary. I can't even remember now. I gotta go back to that. That was in the beginning of my channel 2 years. Something Mary. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. But yeah, it was very, very good, and it had clarity. I really enjoyed it. All right, man. Lick your fingers clean. It's too bad. Only 2 minutes and 51 seconds, and it didn't have room on the album. That's too bad, man. There was something else I was going to say about this song. It reminded me of... you know what it reminds me of? The story, the idea behind the song, the thought, main idea and the main theme. It reminds me of the Led Zeppelin song, In My Time of Dying. If you remember that, Jesus gonna make up my dying bed. It has the same theme, the same idea, the whole meaning. Of course, with the Led Zeppelin version, it's stretched out and it's more expressive, and you get more of a big picture idea. But this is a condensed version, and it's along the same line. So that's what I was thinking. Its first impression kind of struck me that was the theme, their version as well. All right, man. So yeah, no song detail to read from Wikipedia, so we're going to bounce to the next track then. Tomorrow Was Today. But first, let's read Don's note. Don says, "This is a song from the War Child Sessions that was left off the album. It was an older song that had been played in concert a few times in a grittier version before they decided to record it, again, in a more polished progressive rock style. It only was released officially about 6 years ago." Okay. Tomorrow Was Today. Jethro Tull. Tomorrow Was Today. Let's get it.
Silver lights are flashing all along the motorway. Must be at least 2,000 travelers who are 21 today. Going down to London
Wow, man. That was an excellent, excellent song. Had every single thing in it that I like. Interesting story being told. Great musicianship. Really, really nice extended jam. I mean, it's not a long song. It's what, 4 minutes? Definitely they could have stretched it out longer, but musicianship is on point. The clarity of his voice, the delivery. Yeah, Don, I bet you that this is one of your favorite Jethro Tull songs. Let me know. Yeah, amazing that it wasn't released until recently. Incredible. Yeah, this would have been a big hit back in the day, I'm sure, man. And just like Living in the Past was a big hit, this would have probably been a big hit. It would have probably matched it. Absolutely. Great tune, man. Holy cow. Yeah, I keep looking to go to my Wikipedia links and then do some reading, but yeah, don't have the links, man. So what we'll do is we'll just check out our next track here, that being Lyric on Blues, and let's read Don's note. Don says, all the way to 1979 for this one. This originally appeared on the 20 years anniversary box set in '88. A tremendous collection, by the way, under the title Blues Instrumental. Yeah, and it's untitled. It's just Blues Instrumental. Or no, it's Blues Instrumental Untitled. That's the title. For the recent Stormwatch reissue, Ian decided to name it. A Lyricon is a sort of woodbine synthesizer Ian used on this, one and only time, I think. This is a pretty straightforward instrumental that is borderline jazz fusion. It's always grabbed me for some reason. All right, that was from Don, man. All right, so Lyric on Blues. Okay, yeah, Lyric on Blues is around 6 minutes, so it's definitely probably got a good extended jam in there. Lyric on Blues, Jethro Tull. Let's get it. It's got a slight jazz vibe to it. chill out, settle. This would be good for them. There you go. Another great example of their nice, tight musicianship, precision playing.